This video brought to you by Loot Crate. Go to trylootcrate.com/HaloCanon and use promo code BRIDGE10 to save 10% on a new subscription. Stick around to the end for more details. Hey there, Canonites. Welcome back. Today we are unboxing yet another Loot Crate. Immediately you might notice the setup isn't quite what it was last time. The basic story there is it was an inconvenience to a lot of people, and since I'm not living alone at the moment, that I'm trying not to do that again. So I hope you'll forgive this much more basic setup. Anyway, though, let's take a look at this this month's crate, which is themed Get Tactical. So the art had Johnson and Guilty Spark, so yeah, not really a solid theme, but I guess, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so open her up and look at that beautiful Tartarus in there. So I guess a little bit of Halo 2 in some regards. But first off, of course, is our intel. So this is all fairly interesting. First one, Johnson and Chief. This is... We'll come back to this, actually. We'll start with the main intelligence, which starts with a message sent from an AI Peleg, which I'm pretty sure it's an AI, PLG3276-4. And that's not a civilian ID or a standard UNSC service number, so... But yeah, so... Peleg, which is named... The AI took its name from a minor biblical character. He was like an ancestor of the Israelites or some shit like that. Interesting name. I can't really find like any connection to like signals intelligence, at least, but I'm not an expert on the Bible, so yeah. But anyway, so apparently, once again, our Spartan LC was looking up stuff, and this one came up from Crested File, Clayton Transmission B12, Infinity's Signal Archive. What it actually is part of an interview taking place on October 19th, 2552, which is the day before the Covenant attack on Earth. It's basically the debriefing of Sergeant Johnson following the events not only of Halo CE, but of Halo First Strike, where he and some Spartans and a few others took out a Covenant fleet that was planning to invade the Earth. So specifically, this interviewer, Clayton, asks Johnson a little bit about Ascendant Justice, but more about Cortana's interaction with the Covenant AI. Were there any problems with Cortana after she interacted with the Covenant AI, the Covenant flagship systems? It actually mentions, mentions an AI somewhere in here, or a Covenant intel. Yeah, serious possibility that Cortana was exposed to a malicious AI and suffered personality matrix trauma from it. So once again, it seems to be kind of pushing this. Cortana has been damaged for a while, possibly logic plague kind of shit. More the former. But to be fair, there were kind of implications about Cortana being damaged, as it were, even back in the day. Like, there's actually a song someone wrote. I think this is on some of the Halo 3 special videos that came with the limited and legendary editions, where somebody wrote this song called "The Death of Cortana," because in the fiction that seemed like where things were going, which I totally agreed with at the time. But yeah, and he also talks about, this Clayton person also talks about issues with the Spartans, which Johnson just laughs off. And this absolutely just captures the spirit of Johnson. Wouldn't know, I was too busy killing the flesh and blood aliens to keep track of what the Chief was doing. So yeah. Oh, I love this one. Sergeant Major, I get that you don't want to be here answering questions, but if you were more cooperative, this experience would be slightly more enjoyable for the both of us. Are you trying to flirt with me, ma'am? Forgive my terrible Johnson impersonation, but that is Johnson through and through, so kudos to whoever wrote that. But then we get this kind of continued correspondence. So this is once again from Peleg, I don't know that I'm pronouncing that right. But it talks a bit about Johnson's time aboard Ascendant Justice. It's actually really cool. This this image here is basically supposed to be, it's obviously it's from CEA, but it's meant to be a capture from a helmet feed from Sheila Polanski, which is mentioned over here. Sheila Polanski, if you are not familiar with Halo First Strike, was a petty officer second class, I believe, yes, who was one of the few to escape Installation 04 before when the chief detonated the Autumn, and she would ultimately serve a major role during the events between Halo CE and Halo 2. Sadly, she would perish during Operation First Strike, or I believe it says in defense of Ascendant Justice. What I also find fairly interesting, besides the fact that Johnson's date of birth is classified, 343 does not want to give that away, is the commentary here on Bourne Syndrome. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the deeper lore, Bourne Syndrome is, by and large, it's been a disease used to cover up the side effects, some of the side effects of the Spartan 1 or Orion program augmentations. And there's been some debate in the community about whether or not it's a real disease that Oni just appropriated, or if it's a completely fictitious disease. I believe Halopedia is still listed as fictitious, but I personally believe that it's a real disease that Oni just said, hey, this is what they have. Because fabricating an entire disease, there's a lot of hurdles there that I have trouble swallowing. But anyway, subject suffers from acute case of Bourne Syndrome, rare neurological yada yada, exposure to Covenant munitions, though his specific condition is directly connected to biochemical therapy undergone within Orion Project of 2491. The Orion Project of 2491. So, I don't know. To me, it almost reads like it's saying that the disease is real. Who knows, though? Still up for debate. I think we still need a clear answer on that. But yeah, this is actually really, I think this is really cool. So, good intel this time. But you know what? There's more to see, so let's move on. Exactly what I needed. Odd socks. With a Forerunner design, it looks like. I can't say if it has a specific design, but very Forerunner in appearance. Of course, we have this month's shirt, which has the this is the Mark of Shame, of course. Fun fact: this was actually when I first started playing Halo 2 back in 2005 or so. This was my go-to emblem. I loved the Mark of Shame back then. Still do now, but I've moved on to other symbols. Of course, we got the pin. Nice brute shot, silver. I like it. Something in here. Ooh, a mug. Another mug. Go with my Covey mug. I love the scorpion. That's nice. I like that. Simple, but I love it. Next up, of course, is the poster. Like I said, the art features Johnson and Guilty Spark. Let's see if I can get a better... I can always put up the official art too, but yeah, nice poster. And last but not least, of course, we have our Halo Icons figure for this month. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Sergeant Johnson, with his sidekick, the light bulb.
Don't shake the light bulb.
And here we are, fully set up. That is gorgeous. I love how he's resting his arm on Guilty Spark, got the cigar in hand.
Ridiculous.
Listen, Tinkerbell, don't make me...
Then where?
Shotgun at the ready, like any good Marine would. And of course, the armor design's just, it's nice. It's a nice Halo 3 armor, actually. So I'm somewhat surprised that they wouldn't go for H2A, but I ain't complaining. I love it either way. But that's just gorgeous. And that's the Halo Legendary crate for March. Very late, but here it is. It was overall a good crate. Yeah, I love the mug, good pin. I love the figure. The figure's just... the figure is fantastic. The intel was fantastic, even if it wasn't all that revealing. It was interesting at the very least. Of course, I love this poster. Getting that in frame is just a pain in the ass, though. I couldn't ask for much better. You could ask for much better. I don't know. Screw it. Ignore me. Ignore that. I'm overall satisfied with this crate, I think. I mean, the only real complaint I have would be the socks, because I don't really need socks. But, yeah. And I wouldn't want to wear them, because I wear through socks like crazy. Those things would get destroyed on my feet. But anyway, yeah, overall good crate. I love the gear and good intel. What did you think of what you saw, or if you have a crate, what you got? Let me know in the comments below. For the next crate, the theme is currently slated to be Arena, which basically means Halo multiplayer. It'll be interesting to see what we can expect from that, just in terms of stuff, in terms of figures, in terms especially of intel, I think. It's probably not going to be like some Arena intel, mind you, but it'll be interesting to see what comes regardless. Either way, I'm excited, so... Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and the next set of videos will start focusing on Awakening the Nightmare. I've started the script, I've got most of my gameplay footage recorded, so look forward to that in these next few weeks. Once that's out of the way, we can start focusing on books again, and hopefully I can get Retribution and Legacy of Onyx out before the next book comes out in June. But we'll see. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Also consider subscribing to Loot Crate. By going to trylootcrate.com/HaloCanon and using promo code BRIDGE10, you can save 10% on a new subscription to the base Loot Crate offering. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service for epic geek and gamer items and pop culture gear.